Taurus, welcome to Sabella Spirit. We are doing a general timeless reading for your sign, starting with these chakra oracle cards. I'm going to be reading these intuitively. These cards, I don't use them often. They were a gift from a client many, many years ago. And for whatever reason, at the beginning of the week, I was called to use them. I think the reason I don't use them often is because they're a little, I don't fully connect to them. However, when Spirit guides me towards something, I tend to listen. Okay. Talkative this morning, are we, Spirit? Wow. Okay. So we have release. This is the crown chakra energy. From this card, I like how there's side by side, there's the energy of the sun coming out in both of these cards. With the release card here, of course, from the imagery, we can see someone that is going through a bit of a shadow period, a time of release, perhaps a dark night of the soul, a sense of learning and integrating lessons from a recent loss or the ending of something. There's also the sun on this card, where it's kind of like the sun is peeking through from behind these clouds, indicating that spirit always has your back. And that was the direct message that they just gave me, was it's important to go into the shadow aspects of the self and allow those feelings to be expressed and to truly feel the darkness that humans can feel sometimes, because I like to look at the dark nights of the soul as a bit of a gift. If we're able to switch our perspective from a victim mentality of why is this happening to me, and then we flip it into more of what can this teach me, Spirit usually has a lesson that is for our soul's highest good. And there's definitely a time of darkness, and there's a time of having to grieve and release and allow yourself to do that. I find if we try to stifle this energy, or we try to block this energy, or we try to ignore the energy of release, it's going to keep coming up. And so whatever you've been led to release recently is something that Spirit is telling you need to address and you need to honor, because this is for your soul's highest good. This is for your soul's evolution. And this will improve your life and bring you into a state of enlightenment. And, as humans, we hold on to definitions of words, where Spirit is telling me to tell you that enlightenment can be many things. Enlightenment is really the exposure of a truth. I like that, Spirit. Thank you. I've not really thought of it that way before. So enlightenment does not necessarily mean this far-fetched sort of like attainment that only someone who's deep and contemplative, forever meditative, sort of in a meditative state for a number of years can reach. Enlightenment can be something that we can all welcome and achieve through these realizations and through these, I don't even know what Spirit actually just said before the thing that I just said that I liked. That was obviously a channeled message, because I have no idea what they said. So I tried to tap back in and it was gone. Spirit's giving you an opportunity to integrate a shadow. That's what I'm seeing. And they have a gift waiting for you. They would like you to see past the illusion. So often, a dark night can bring in clarity for us. So with the sun trying to come out twice, the sun can often indicate something is coming to light. Maybe you've been lying to yourself about something, and I didn't mean for that to sound harsh. And so if you felt triggered by that, because I suddenly felt triggered by that, I'm not meaning to be harsh by any means, but this is a natural aspect of being a human, is we often get comfortable in illusions. The fact that we are humans, we can sort of get comfortable in these protections that we surround ourselves with. And so just as a natural way of being, we tend to develop coping skills to protect ourselves our life experiences, because it's hard to go into the shadow. It's hard to release those feelings. It's hard to face the deeper aspects of ourselves. And so we might live in a bit of illusion type energy. But Spirit is urging you to face what it is you don't want to face, because you'll find when you see the truth and you have this clarity that you will attract a better life. Okay. Wow. Nearly 7 minutes went by, and I feel like that was a very expansive type energy. I don't normally, like I said, I don't normally really connect with these cards, but Spirit led me to them for these readings for a reason, clearly. I think these were gifted to me probably 7 years ago, and I've used them maybe twice since then. And so this week has oh my God. Okay. The sun came out. I was going to say earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if the sun came out because of this major sun energy that I'm feeling here on these cards. So the sun is one of the best, well, it is the best card in the tarot. It talks about clarity. There's a truth coming in for you, and that is what I'm getting. But the thing is about this truth and this clarity coming in for you is you really have a choice. You either tap in and you feel the feelings, release the feelings, this like some darkness within yourself, and that's not scary. Like, okay, it's hard. I don't mean like darkness in like a scary way. I just mean that there's something that Spirit is trying to get you to wake up to. And so it's time for you to, I just heard that some of you have spiritual gifts that you've been denying for a really long time, and they may cause you some fear. But I want you to know that fear is an illusion. It's something that humans create. And I've recently spoke about this with a client where they expressed fear about some of the spiritual realm. Like a lot of people, because of religion, they misunderstand the shadow. And so I was explaining that these words that we find attachment to, like good, evil, dark, light, God, devil, those are words, and those are a form of symbolic language. Humans tend to misconstrue meanings of words, and this is not a subject, so I'm getting kind of uncomfortable here because I don't typically talk about this with a lot of people unless I see that their soul is ready for it. And so I want to trust that the divine is bringing me to the right collective, those who are ready to hear this. So symbolic language is a very real thing for me, and it was something that my spirit team taught me about from quite a young age, where if we maintain the energy of fear, so I look at words, they really have the base meaning. There's a base meaning. So the baseline meaning of average words that religious people use or spiritual people use, there's a baseline meaning, and that is fear or love. So when we talk about dark, shadow, all of those types of things, these are aspects of the human self that really just have to do with fear. And so when we choose to live in a state of fear and we choose to believe that there are demons and devils, then we're going to see demons and devils and that sort of a thing. However, my belief and my understanding is that demons and devils are really just a shadow aspect. It's just fear. And so if we choose to look at those from a state of love trumps all, and this energy of the sun trumps everything, and we can choose to see the truth. We can choose to transmute dark into light. That's something we've been gifted with as humans, is we're able to live in the 3D realm, and we're also able to live in the 5D realms and higher. And Spirit wants to empower us and bring us back to the truth that we once knew, this beautiful power within our souls, that we can work with the shadow aspect. It's actually, the shadows are meant to lift us up higher into enlightenment. And again, not attaching to that word where enlightenment is something totally unattainable for the average human. Enlightenment just means truth or love, right? So the Spirit tries to connect us to love by showing us the dark or the fear or the evil or whatever it is. The messaging is really, we have a choice to choose love, to choose the sun, to choose to come out of the facade and enter into the light. I hope you know where I'm going with that. There's just, okay, the devil trying to peek out. I know a lot of people aren't going to understand. Like, I don't want to talk too much more about that because I can feel an ego coming up where where people are saying like, oh, well, there is darkness in the world. I'm not denying that there's darkness in the world. It's just that Spirit wants us to wake up to the fact that if we choose darkness, more darkness comes. And as humans, we are meant to live in the dark and the light. Like, that's just something that humans are meant to experience because the divine lives through us, and our souls are meant to experience a range of emotions for whatever reason. But in the end, my belief, so these are just simply my beliefs and opinions. My belief is that we're trying to wake up to the truth, which is love. Okay, back to the reading. Spirit is being certainly very funny with me this morning. I've gone through many different emotions. I had a runny nose during Capricorn's reading. I felt like puking. I've had the craziest, I don't know what is going on. Now I feel really great. And then I had, just now I had lots of ego feelings and anger come up. So it's okay. It's all good, right? Like I feel like Spirit's sending me lots of energies and feelings to feel, and that's okay. Like I welcome feelings, and I always try to encourage people that it's okay to feel feelings. And maybe that's your message, Taurus, is they want you to release these feelings and know that even though feelings are uncomfortable, it's just a part of being a human. And sometimes in life, we need to move on. We need to let go. We need to welcome this transitional energy, whatever that may be. We need to allow ourselves to find a sense of relief, to find a sense of allowing the darkness, because the sun always shines, you know? It's not like you stay in darkness forever. What else do we need to know about release? Yeah. Okay, so I get the sense that some of you might be struggling with anxiety, with fear. Like this card says right here, fear. So this is the energy of, like I was saying, like the light and the dark. This person is in a dark room. He's holding his head. And I get a sense that Spirit's trying to help you gain a new perspective about the darkness. Like, society just makes us think that like, evil and darkness is so bad, and we can't feel our feelings and stuff. But Spirit is saying, take on a new perspective with the Hanged Man and have that perspective of, what is this teaching me? What is Spirit trying to teach me? What is Spirit leading me to? Because when I can address these feelings and these insecurities and the sense of hopelessness or loneliness within myself, there is often a gift waiting on the other side. Because at the end of the day, Spirit loves and cares for us. And that is the true love of a higher power, is waking up that sense of self-love. That's what it's all about, is with the solar plexus energy that I feel with these cards. Waking yourself up to the love within yourself. Maybe it's not something that you felt as a child, and we see a child twice on these cards, where the inner child needs help. The inner child is calling out for help. The inner child is calling out to be heard. And so maybe that's the aspect of yourself. Maybe that's why you're constantly feeling alone or anxious, is because there's a part of you that has not been heard, and it needs to come out. It needs to come to the light. So what is it you have to address? What is it you have to release? What do you need to talk about? What do you need to express? What do you need to say? I don't know. I'm getting really passionate and feeling many feelings. Okay. Clear, concise messages for Taurus's highest good. What do they need to know about enlightenment? Okay. When you are ready to address this aspect of your inner child, when you're ready to address this grief that you've been hanging on to, there's something. So, you know, I'm reading for a larger group of people. It's not like this is a personal reading. So for some people, there could be, you've had a loss in your life that's sort of giving you the opportunity to look at life from a different perspective. When someone dies, it's like the worst. It's the hardest thing. It's very dark. It can leave you in a state of despair for a really long time. And you have to allow that, and you have to ask for help if you need help. And I always recommend Googling how to grieve. It's really one of the hardest things that you will go through is to lose someone you love in the physical world. And so I send my love to you if that's something you're experiencing. There could be some of you that have to let go of a part of your life. Maybe it's a relationship. There could be a part of you that has to let go of a bit of the ego aspect of self, where you've been hanging on to a certain perspective that you have, or you've been hanging on to self-protection, which again is okay. We tend to build up coping mechanisms to protect ourselves. Maybe there was an aspect of the inner child you had to protect, and that caused you to put up some walls and barriers, but Spirit's asking you to release and address those, let go of this, because I feel like whatever it is that you've built up here, it's not really protecting you. It's actually causing you anxiety, fear. It's causing you to stay in the shadow aspect of self. And that can cause anxiety when we're not living in alignment with our true selves. Once you're able to address this, you will see clarity on all the other aspects of your life where, oh, okay, I don't have to hold up this wall of protection. I don't have to push people away. I don't have to be afraid to share myself with others. I don't have to be afraid of intimacy and all of these types of things, because Spirit is bringing in your Nine of Pentacles. It's a sense of abundance is coming in for you. Wishes are coming true, because with nines, I always think of the Nine of Cups here with the Nine of Pentacles, because ultimately that's kind of what we work towards. Is we build and we work to have a sense of attainment, and we work towards a sense of security. I believe that a lot of us, we do crave that sense of security and sort of interdependence with our family members and friends, and a sense of connection and belonging. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is perhaps you've been seeing 11 lately. Doesn't have to fit, but that's also, what's indicated on the Four of Wands is sometimes Spirit talks to us through repeating numbers. So by opening yourself up to facing this truth and releasing these things, there is your happily ever after, something to celebrate, some sort of balance coming in towards you, a real sense of stability. And this is like a heart-centered stability. It's not something that you've built out of fear. It's something that's built out of love, versus like this energy is like I've built this thing because I have to build this thing, whereas this is more of like allowing blessings into your life, allowing connection with others, allowing a perhaps soulmate relationship or partnership to develop, and to continue to grow. Okay, let's take a look at facade. Clear, concise messages for Taurus heights. Good. What do they need to know about facade? Okay. Yeah, there's really something I'm feeling with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords. There's something that you might have to let go of. There's something that you have been blind to. It's almost as if you've been lying to yourself about a situation. Perhaps there is some dishonesty, lies, trickery. Seven of Swords is really this card of lying, cheating, stealing possibly. So something in your life that brings in this energy of betrayal, something that really needs to be faced, right? Because we can only lie to ourselves or to others for so long. And it being in that energy of deceit, it has to be released eventually. It's going to come to the light. The truth always comes out is what I'm seeing here. And so with these bottom cards, all of these here, we have the Six of Swords, the Lovers, and the Two of Swords. The Lovers can also indicate a choice. It could be a difficult choice you have to make. The choice of letting go, truth coming to the light, releasing these fears. What else do we need to know about the facade, please, Spirit? Clear, concise messages. Okay, now we have the Ten of Cups coming out. Your happy ending is trying to come in. It's just that there's something that you're not admitting to yourself. There's something, this is a real time of healing. This is a time of self-exploration. There's something here where Maybe there's someone in your life that has not been honest. Maybe you have not been honest, but definitely there's this breaking point type energy where there's a hard choice that has to be made. There might be some letting go. There might be some release. There might be some hard conversations that have to happen. Temperance on the bottom is, again, I'm just seeing that there's emotions here. I'm just seeing the water being sent from one cup to another. There's maybe a hard truth that has to be admitted to someone that you love and care for. There has to be a sense of cooperation, finding a solution with someone that you care about, possibly, to welcome the happily ever after to come in. Let's get some clarity on release for Taurus, please. Clear, concise messages for Taurus's highest good and the highest good of all involved, please. Okay, I saw this try to peek out earlier. This is the Hanged Man coming out again. Wait, did we have the Hanged Man coming out? Yes, we did. So it's time for you to look at things from a different perspective. So the number 12 coming out twice, this could break down to the number 3. Perhaps 3s are significant. 3s are also the number of collaboration. And oftentimes when I have 3s come out, it's a collaboration with spirit. Because at the end of the day, spirit they know what's best for you. Tapping into a higher power is going to be what is best for you every time. Maybe there's something that you, like I said before, I'm getting this energy where for some of you, you have spiritual gifts that you've been denying out of a sense of fear. There could be religious trauma. There could be past life religious trauma that blocks you from seeing your spiritual gifts. And maybe spirit is urging you to tap into those gifts. That's not for everybody, but I get that sense for some of you. There could be inner child healing that needs to be addressed, to look at things from a different perspective. Whereas, allowing this thing to continually hurt you, taking on a new perspective of what was this trying to teach me. Self-love is a big energy here as well, because if we don't know how to love ourselves, we really cannot love someone else. And so we'll continue to bring that lesson into our lives where we continue to block a soulmate level relationship. We block our happily ever after because we cannot face that within ourselves. So really, Spirit's trying to guide you to take on a new perspective at something that you are afraid of releasing. It's time to view things from a different perspective. You have the blessed gift to see the past. Oh my goodness. You have the blessed gift to see past the current situation and envision amazing possibilities. Don't worry. The pause and momentum while you rethink your plan won't last. Embrace your uniqueness and allow it to serve you. Yeah, I'm really getting the energy that it's time to be honest with yourself. Like maybe you're not happy with something, and that's okay. It's okay to decide to change your life. Like this is kind of like not full on, but like midlife crisis energy. It's like you wake up one day and you're like, oh my God, where the hell am I? What have I been doing? It's time to release all of this like past baggage and crap that you've had going on. And lots of times we make choices from a place of the wounded inner child. And so we just kind of hang on to things that don't really work for us because of a fear of abandonment or whatever it might be. And so let's get another card for release here. What does Taurus need to release? Letting go. Okay. Releasing the past can seem like a challenge, but it can also be liberating. Your angels will help you let go so that you can fly higher than ever before. Endings always herald new beginnings. Choose to allow the situation to lead you to a more joyful life. Change your life by changing your thoughts. Okay. There might be an ending here. Spirit's telling you to let go. Although it's scary, there is definitely something that needs to come to an end, whether that's the end of old beliefs. I just noticed here on this card, she is holding a scroll. It's like maybe you have to let go of a contract that you've signed, letting go of sometimes soul contracts. So you might want to reach out to someone who is a trusted spiritual healer because I was picking up some past life energy. There might be a soul contract that is causing a bit of a blockage or attachment to definitely inner child. I'm also feeling for some of you. And to process those types of feelings, it's sometimes a good idea. Okay, Two of Cups was trying to come out earlier. So this could be a relationship that you need to let go of that's no longer serving you. New love might be trying to come in for you. The Magician card here. Time for you to take an empowered role in your life to get into the magician energy. A magician, for me is also like on the traditional tarot, the magician is surrounded by yellow, and that is what we see here with the solar plexus energy. It's self-love, self-respect. It's very much the energy of getting real with yourself so you can actually attract the life that you want, not just live in stagnant energy and accepting what you have, but releasing lower energies so you can come into real manifestation of like your actual heart's desire, not just something you've created out of fear. Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups coming out is huge. Like, this is new passionate love coming into your life. This is new career. This is new energy coming in. And so letting go of something in the past to bring something new in. Yeah, this is amazing because your spirit team is trying to lead you towards something. And typically what happens is it's that whole energy of one door closes and another opens. Clear, concise messages for Taurus's highest good. What is this facade? Eight of Wands. Okay, so coming into the energy of gratitude for what it is you do have is a great energy to be in. Eight of Wands is also the card of something coming in towards you. So I get the sense that by releasing this one thing, something else will come in towards you. Wow. Okay. A lot of powerful energy just came out. We had the Moon card come out, which I've never seen the Moon card in this deck. That's something, I don't know if I've told you guys, but when I get decks, I don't ever look at the cards until they come out on the board. So I've never really seen a full deck of my cards, of any of my cards, because I don't look at them. Because I don't want to have pre-attachment. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to have any attachment to the cards or like have like one specific meaning for one type of card. I like to read intuitively for every reading, I think is what I'm trying to say. So anyways, with the Moon card coming out, it's intuition and insight. Your intuitive abilities are very accurate right now, so you can trust your guidance to lead you in the right direction. Follow your own insights over the advice of others and don't allow fear or worry to guide your way. It may be best to keep your secrets to yourself for now. Interesting. Okay, so the Moon can often indicate there's something that you don't see or there's something that has not yet been illuminated. So it's funny that we have all of this Sun energy where clarity is coming out, the truth is coming out, and then we have the Moon indicating here, perhaps this is a time for you to really sort of keep your plans to yourself so as not to get distracted by outside influences. This is a time also where I'm really feeling again, that energy of being real and honest with yourself so that you can make choices for your highest good. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Don't worry about the obligations that you feel you must live out, because I have a sense that sometimes some of you will do things because you feel you have to or because you feel it's the right thing to do. And this may come from inner child wounding where we feel we have to please others to be loved, like a transactional type of love is the energy I'm kind of picking up right now. And my throat chakra started feeling a little strange there. So maybe you haven't been able to really express your needs or your wants. You just kind of do what other people want. And so your spirit team is trying to wake you up to this part of yourself that's not really happy. I feel like you've been lying to yourself and possibly lying to others. And maybe it's you lie to others because you don't want to let people down or something. I don't know. There's something bigger here that spirit is indicating, and only you will know if this fits for you. There's the Eight of Wands. There's the Eight of Wands, which is something coming in quickly. Once you make the choice to leave all of this in the past and move on and move forward and to live from your heart space and from self-love. We have the Four of Pentacles coming out. So this shows that you really desire stability and financial well-being. That's one of your goals, I feel, as Taurus, is this sort of safe and secure type energy. You desire a happy family. You desire security, stability, that type of an energy. And then with the Eight of Cups, this, again, is the energy of moving on. So with the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, we had that out, right? Yeah. So time for you to move on from something. You feel a deep sense of longing for something meaningful in your life. In your heart, you know that there's more out there waiting for you in the world. It may be time to switch careers, move to a new home or city, or initiate other important changes. Do what's right for you and seek out a magical new life. Yeah. There's something new coming in for you. I think there's just this energy of having to Look at there's something hurting you, and it's time for you to address that. There's definitely a feeling of inner child healing. Maybe there's a grieving process that you have to go through. It's really time to take some time for yourself and look at what it is you really want. And then bottom of the deck here, we do have a wake-up call here with the Judgment card. Time to review and contemplate your life. As you contemplate the past and present, you'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. So maybe it's time to use your voice and actually admit to yourself what it is you want for your future. Okay, Taurus, I hope that helped. Check out my chakra balancing videos. They may be of assistance in building up this sense of self-love. And yeah, we will see you next week.